Be sure to go to FlipsideGaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10 this Sunday at the Pontiac Superdome. What's up, Planeswalkers? There's 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today we're playing Bolas because it's Tuesday for me, which means it's Wednesday for you. We're doing historic Bolas because standard is a crazy, wild place with a lot of nonsense. I didn't make any changes. I feel like I should make several changes to the sideboard. I just don't know what they are yet. For what it's worth, I still have a historic event like ongoing. I didn't realize that. Regardless, I'm gonna play at least 2 matches, hopefully 3. I played a match just now while I was eating, and it was against Obosh Elementals, which was really weird. I won. They had a single Nexus Fate in the deck. It was a very strange deck. I cannot keep this hand. No. No, I can't keep that. This hand is almost as bad. Is it as bad? The Temple helps. My opponent mulliganed as well. I don't think I can go down. I have to keep this. We get rid of Mastermind's acquisition because Atris, if nothing else, is a creature. We'll Temple first. Hope we get a. No, we're not keeping it because it's not untapped lands. It would be great to play, but I can't really justify playing it, I don't think. Okay, and yeah, we might be up against another control deck, which is not good. I'm actually going to play this. I can't play my 4-drops next turn either. So, you know, not the best. Definitely not the best hand. Luckily, they just cycle a Shark Typhoon for no value here. I guess they could just be Jeskai cycles. A little too early to make that claim. Notice that.
If you wish to surrender now, I have a thoughtfulness before action.
Nope, just Jeskai control. We're gonna get the Bolas down here. If nothing else, it's a 2-for-1. 1 for whatever they have to discard, and then 1 for the removal that they'd use on Bolas. They got rid of a Shout of the Sky. Very interesting, because that is something that can destroy Bolas, although then it'd be like a 3-for-1, because I'd be drawing a card with Bolas. Wait, I can't even... Oh, right. It'd be on their turn. I could draw a card.
Just the trick for this.
See what they grab here. An opt, sure. I think I just hit my opponent in the face. Narset on 1 doesn't really matter to me all that much. So I'm just gonna attempt to hit them in the face. They did shock. And they didn't technically need to, if they were trying to have double blue. So I assume this might be a Dovin's Veto. Could also be a Quench. Regardless, I don't want to get Atris countered, but I don't expect there's any like kind of better play, so I think I will just cast Atris here. And the reason I'm casting Atris here instead of like Masterminds is because Atris doesn't get hit by Dovin's Veto, so if it's exactly Dovin's Veto, then I'm fine. And it very well could be. My opponent almost certainly believes that I'm on Fires of Invention because it's true. I'm not sure you can play Grixis Control without Fires of Invention. Grixis mid-range, I think, is more reasonable. And I do kind of want to revisit that. The deck that has a lot of really early game pressure, so it has Knight of the Ebon Legion. Well, I feel like I just take these. Alright, well. Sure. Dragonfire, that's fine. Knight of the Ebon Legions, it has Dreadhorde Butcher, Thief of Sanity, or some other good 3-drop. And then you go into Nicol Bolas the Ravager, And then your 5s and 6s are all, like, relatively powerful spells or planeswalkers. You have a little bit less interaction. Blitz. Okay, so it's just, like, big spelly things. This is almost certainly Dovin's Veto, then. But they gave me 2 Fires of Invention, so I'm actually fine if they counter this. Yeah. So I have a second Fires of Invention. They get to flip this now, which is pretty unfortunate. I'm not running any land destruction in this deck because I'm 3 colors. I don't need that nonsense. Oof.
I know my responsibility.
Does he draw or plus?
I'll protect you.
He draws. Well, let's try to Fires of Invention again. Damn, they had the double Dovins. I'm actually a little surprised by this. I wouldn't expect a double Dovin deck to do well.
I've got it.
In this dominated meta. I tried to have a lot of alliteration, but I messed it up. What are the chances that they have another counterspell? Because if I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... If Bolas resolves, and then my Mastermind's Acquisition resolves, it doesn't. So they're just playing a lot of counterspells. I guess, honestly, I should have cast this first. Azcanta. So the plan next turn is still probably... Okay, jeez. Alright, I don't know if I can...
Let's try this.
Yeah, nah. That is a yikers.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Bring in the Elder Spells, for sure. We bring in the Vraskas. We bring in the Thought Distortions, the Sarkhans, the Sharons. Honestly, we probably bring in the Unmoored Ego as well. We take out the Cry of the Carnariums, the Extinction Events, the Heartless Act probably. Bedevil's still fine. With so many counterspells, I feel like Shark Typhoon needs to get dropped by 1. Atris is strong. These are all fine. This way I have fewer setup cards and just generally more just strong cards by themselves. You know, like having a Fires of Invention into Mastermind's Acquisition is great. Fuck off. I'm literally only keeping this because I can play it on turn 2. And it will help me not draw excess lands for the rest of the game. That's like the only reason I'm keeping this. Okay, besides that one. It'll help against the rest. The remainder. I'm not sure why you're responding with Fabled Passage. It'll come in tapped. You cannot Mystic whatever me. Mystic Dispute. So this matchup is probably going to be pretty hard for me to win because of how heavy they are on counterspells. I'm very curious to see their matchup against aggro because the number of counterspells that they had, the number of specifically Dovin's Vetoes they had seemed kind of excessive. But I mean, it could be wrong. Not having like threats early on is definitely something that this deck is weak for. Like if we were able to resolve, you know, a even just a Thief of Sanity or something on this turn, it would be pretty damn strong. But we just don't have those because I might actually be a little too greedy against the control decks. We keep this on top. And here we just cast shit every turn. So we Atris into Bolas into Chandra, and we force them to have counterspells all the way. All right, so they have an absorb, sure. If they ever tap out for, well, the issue here is they can play a 3-mana Planeswalker and still hold up a counterspell for Bolas. No, they just pass. Do I decide to play this? Yeah, it's slightly less likely that they'll have a counterspell for a creature. And it was Dolan's veto. Yeah, that's interesting. If I had more just creatures, I think this would be even better for me. But next up, we're gonna Chandra. They can't counter it. I doubt they'll have Aether Gust. I wonder if they're gonna put this Bolas on top.
Trust me.
Or if they're gonna tuck the Bolas. No, they're not. They're gonna choose not to. Very interesting. Why would you ever choose the... Yeah. Okay. I will keep that on top. But here we just Chandra -5, I think. Do I attack first? So I could attack the Teferi, so I only have to -1. I doubt my opponent has Aether Gust.
I won't let you win.
And this way, my Chandra's going to have more, more loyalty. Although I think... I don't remember if Blitz can...
You look flammable enough.
I don't remember if Blitz can deal damage to Planeswalkers. I'm going to look it up, because I legit don't remember if it's just creatures. Blitz. Deals damage to target creature or Planeswalker. Yeah, equals to the number of instant or sorceries. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I can only do 3.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
They bounce the Bolas. Sure.
Here we go.
2, 3, 4. So now I can pay for... So I can pay for a thingamajig. Teferi, I don't think I care about Teferi plussing. I think I just want a +2 here.
Let's get toasty.
And we'll cast this first. And they still... I do not understand. Zenith Flare? What? Why play Zenith Flare with so few cycling cards? Like, I was suspecting... do I just Bedevil this? I guess so? No, I don't think I will. I think I value having access to the Bedevil on future turns a little bit more.
I've got time.
They did nothing interesting. I think I'll just graveyard this.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
I don't have to cast anything.
No pressure.
Like, I have a Bedevil up, and I can Castle Vantress, so... Like, if I attempt to flip Bolas here, it can just die to a... Can it die to a Blitz yet? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could die to a Blitz. So I'd use, like, all of my mana. Maybe they just didn't have Blitz. Okay, my opponent got a lot of value there.
Is it just me?
Or is it getting a little warm in here?
Do I want to draw an additional card or put more pressure on them? I think I just want to put as much pressure on them as possible. And this is pressure that they can't react to. Right, they're just going to be taking this damage every turn. They have a lot of mana. Fairy, sure. Just gonna draw. Nope, looks like it's gonna tuck my Bolas. Sure. Conclave. Alright.
I'll try to come back for you.
Don't need that. Fires of Invention is an interesting proposition here. However, I think what I want to do is play my current Dragon God. I think what I want to do is play my current Dragon God, use Teferi's ability to put this back in the deck, get my Chandra back, and just -1 on this Teferi? Is that what I want to do? My opponent's back down to 5 cards in hand, right? Like, we're not actually that far. Is that what I want to do? I mean, what's the alternative? Play Fires Bedevil? Nah, that's not as good. Fires...
The whole of the multiverse will bend to my...
Oh, I'm dumb. I should have Fires Bolas. Oops. Okay, so I did mess up.
Stay back. I'm an explosively good pyromancer.
So Chandra can die to a Blitz. But they have to essentially kill me in relatively few turns, right? And if I can up this to 5, it'll be great. Sure. And even if they kill my Bolas here, I have another one waiting in the wings. Oh, you have Conclave Tribunal. Conclave Tribunal. I assume it's gotta be Chandra. Because I have another Bolas anyway. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry, friend.
Yeah, I'll keep this. I'm fine with that. Start off with the draw. Ooh, Thought Distortion. Get destroyed.
My intellect is...
I still think I should have done this instead of casting Fires. Yeah, I still think just casting this is fine. Technically, I should have cast Fires last turn, but... Yeah, that's not how that works. I guess they get to gain life, but... Maybe they're just trying to show me how many counterspells they had. I don't know. But they're back to not a lot. And this is the main issue with heavy counterspell decks, is if you have one thing resolved against them, they can't do much. Shark Typhoon, yeah, I guess that's a little frightening. Never mind. So I Fires of Invention. Play my Ashiok.
Welcome to my domain, Planeswalker.
I think it's better to just get rid of Narset here. Like, they might get one thing off the Shark Typhoon, but I feel like it's equally likely that they get nothing.
I shall miss your company.
And now I get to draw?
Recoil to the recess of your mind.
And they lose, they like, all they do is lose a land, but it's not nothing.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
So they die in 3 more turns. Oh, it's Teferi. Okay, so they have a little 3/3 shark. They're on 21, I'm on 20. Alright, so we're pretty close in terms of speed of gameplay. You get rid of...
Flammable enough.
Okay, sure. And you get rid of Chandra again.
Sorry when I come back.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Do I value a draw, or do I value them exiling? I think I value them exiling more.
You're all so generous.
Stay back. I'm an explosively good pyromancer.
And they got rid of that.
Your hero.
Interesting.
But a dream to me. Nicol Bolas will resonate
No sword
throughout
can pierce
the
my
multiverse.
scales.
Bolas doesn't fuck around, baby. Alright. We got a little bit more information on them. It's just a lot of counter spells. They've got an Inspired Ultimatum. There's a lot of counter spells and Planeswalkers. Is that... I'm trying to find anything. I don't think so. Shark Typhoon, Heartless Act. I think I want Ashiok here. One of the reasons is because it just gives me something to do on turn 3, but also because it makes Blitz garbage. Why are they running Zenith Flare? Like, I don't understand that at all. Should I put a Fires back in the deck? I don't know. I think I'm still fine with this. Yeah. Alright, Jack. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more. I can't sing. I don't know why I try. Yeah, this seems pretty good. We're going second. Not the best, obviously. But, you know, we have a turn 2, turn 4, turn 5. And I think I just play the island here. Play the swamp here, actually. Island would let me play both of these, but I still think this is correct. And our Thought Erasure might get, like, vetoed or something. That's fine. Yeah, I would have likely just taken a counterspell anyway. The main issue is, 1, I don't get to Travail, and 2, I don't get to see my opponent's hand. Drawing this many lands when I've already kept a land-heavy hand is not great. Do I want to pretend I'm holding something up? I suppose so. But the way I played my lands, actually, there's no way I can pretend to hold up a Bedevil. We'll just play Drowned Catacomb. Let's see if my opponent cycles a... They don't. Okay. And still nothing. That's fine. Play Sulfur Falls into a Bolas. And we're just drawn. We've drawn only lands. So that's super unfortunate. This is almost certainly going to get counterspelled as well. Damn. They missed a land drop, which is great for me. And I think I would rather just play Search for Azcanta. Like, if this takes a counterspell out of them, that's great. And if it doesn't, it just means that hopefully I'm not going to be drawing as many lands. Okay, so it takes an Absorb. That's interesting. Because Absorb can hit anything. And Absorb can hit anything. So why wouldn't they use a negate or a veto on that? Since I'm playing Fires of Invention, they should know that I'm not running counterspells. And they saw that it kept them in game 2. Absorb, Dovin's Veto. I drew another land. They would have windmill countered this, right? Like, there's no reason for them to be thinking this long. So I assume they have... No, they have a negate. Yeah, that's very strange to me. Sure. Oh, maybe that's why. No, because if they had the opt last turn, then it would have been better to negate opt last turn. Damn, they have a Teferi, and I have nothing but lands.
I'm not going to sit this one out. Here goes nothing.
That'd be a shitty way to lose this game. Fuck off. Really? I only kept 4 lands, right? Yeah, it was 4 and 3. So I drew 6 lands in a row. Man, that is ass. That sucks. If we had the Grixis Tri-lands, that would be great, because then I would be able to cycle those. But I do not have those. Because they don't exist yet. I'm gonna go on a limb. This is probably gonna be a loss. 6 mana. Just casting a Shark Tornado? Or Shark Typhoon? I mean, the thing is, like, they can get away with it. They saw me do nothing
Bad idea.
last turn. I can't counterspell things. Dream Trawler, okay. Is there anything I can do against that? With the Thought Erasure, probably not. So... Jeez. Bedevil. I have to dig hard for... I don't think I have enough turns for it, because I think the way I win, I think the only way I can win at this point, because of the sheer amount of draw power they're going to get, I think the only way I can even hope to win is to get Fires of Invention, Mastermind's Acquisition, and go get a Ruinous Ultimatum. Yeah. If I keep the Bedevil on top, right, even if my opponent plays the land and plays Shark Typhoon, they'll still have one card from that they drew, and then one card that they drew off of attacking. So there's essentially no chance they're not going to be able to protect this Dream Trawler. I have to get rid of this. I'll play up my Watery Grave, and I guess Chandra could help. No, Chandra can't help, because Chandra still targets for the second ability. Does it resolve? Okay.
Spark will be mine.
I can forfeit the Bolas to slow them down on search for Azcanta. I can't remember, but I'm fairly certain that if I target Dream Trawler with Teferi's ability, I won't actually get the card draw. Regardless, next turn, I think Bolas dies. Right, even if I plus, I think Bolas dies. So I think slowing them down on even more advantage is the thing that'll help me the most. Fuck off, are you serious? I mean, you could say, like, you should be bluffing that you have other spells. I don't think it's going to matter in this situation. Well, I didn't actually draw this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I drew 6 actual spells. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I've drawn nearly double the number of lands than spells. And, you know, typically I don't like... I hope, at least, that I don't complain too much about being mana flooded and stuff. But when it's this egregious, it's pretty bad. Yeah, okay, Dream Trawler dies. I don't think that there's anything that I can do here. Oh! No, well, that's... I think this is too little too late. Yeah, I think at this point I'm just going to concede. Technically, I could have gotten Mastermind's Acquisition to get the Eat to Extinction in the sideboard, but... Couldn't do that. I'm going to play another match. Believe you me. I just wanted to double check. I only have 26. This is the one where I have 27 lands. Oh, okay. I did not realize that this is the one where I had 27 lands. I get rid of a Temple of Malice. And I'm actually going to up my number of Search for Azcanta instead of anything else. And the reason for that is because I am going down on land, and I do believe this messes up my my mana production. Having extra Search for Azcanta means that I'm less likely to get utterly destroyed by my mana. I thought I had already made that change, apparently I didn't. But yeah, 27 seems slightly excessive. And for what it's worth, I played with 26 lands most of the time, but I had a really bad bout of this is the worst Chandra. The other Chandra's better. I had an awful string of getting mana screwed in my opening hand specifically. Kind of like this. Although this isn't too bad because I have double Thought Erasure, so the Surveil can help a decent amount. I am a little worried that this is an aggressive deck, although I guess I have Heartless Act. We played this tapped, and the reason we play this tapped is because we have a higher chance of drawing a black source than a blue source in the deck. So we have the blue out already. Interesting. I will just go ahead and pay life for this. Green-red with no play on turn 2. This is Giant Tribal. This is 4-color Giant Tribal. White, blue, red, and green. Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of Tectonic Giants. Fires of Invention. Ooh. I'm gonna keep that and essentially hope. So my opponent's gonna shoot me and then play their Bonecrusher Giant next turn. Meanwhile, I'm gonna cast Thought Erasure. What the fuck? Did you forget you had the planes in hand? Why would you ever do that? That seems so strange. They have another fucking Bonecrusher Giant? Are you serious? I'm just gonna get rid of the Bonecrusher Giant, I guess. Get rid of that. So now, for what it's worth, I do need a land. If I don't top deck a land next turn, I will Shark Tornado main phase. Or will I just Heartless Act this? Oh, Oh, I don't have to. Cool. What the hell do you do? Whenever it attacks, flip 2 coins. If both coins come up heads, gains double strike until end of turns. Or it gets medicine until end of turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and kill that. I'm not trying to take any extra damage against a deck like this. Now they can just play Bonecrusher Giant, but I'm fine with that. I'd like to draw another land. If I can have both of these. I didn't get both of these. I am going to cycle this for 2. Because it doesn't count against Fires of Invention. I might be able to get a land. I did get a land. Cool, so now I can play both of these. I'm going to play the card draw first.
All will bow before Nicol Bolas.
Well, they might get rid of the Euro, so I'm actually going to force them to discard first. Typically speaking, I would want to draw land. Or I would want to draw first. But the fact that they would be able to potentially just get the Euro out of their hands means that this is just better. You chose that.
Witness a mote of my power.
I guess they needed the land. Witness a mote of my power. Alright, Giant Trouble. Scared me initially. Shouldn't be an issue. Okay.
I outsmarted you eons ago.
Is there anything in particular I want to get with Mastermind's acquisition? I don't know. There's always just the getting Chandra and plussing. I didn't see a need to show that I had Inspired Ultimatum.
No
I did show that I have Mastermind's acquisition, but I don't think it's going to matter too much in this match. Yeah, I don't suspect that Giant Trouble is going to be too much of an issue, so they're going to go ahead and get a blue source here. They should have gone 4 colors with this many basics. Like, if they have these, like, all of these as basics, I have to assume my opponent is not playing many non-basics. And I plan on making a Giants deck, but you can't do it with this many basics.
Is it just me, or is it getting a little warm?
I
No pressure.
am omnipotent.
Whole Bolas family, motherfuckers. Well, whole for right now.
I am limitless. Death means nothing to me.
You still died.
Hope it's not too hot for you.
My knowledge is endless. Yours is the fate of the weak.
We will never sleep, because sleep is for the weak, and we will never rest. We're all fucking dead, yeah. Contempt, sure. And the God Eternals, probably. But that, like, seems like it. We get rid of one of those. Get rid of one of these. The Extinction Event still seems fine. Yeah, I mean, this is an alright hand. Need more land. But that should help. I still think we Thought Erasure first. So my opponent plays here. Yeah, I mean, this just kind of shows that my opponent is running too many basics for a deck like this. Well, get Furkled on that, I guess. Yeah, they can't play anything in their hand either. They should be running Crystalline Giant for sure. So I'm going to play this tapped. Play the Search. Next turn, hopefully we'll be able to play Bolas. Into Bolas, fun fact, into Shark Typhoon and run away with the game. We're going to graveyard that. I don't suspect that they're going to be able to do, like, anything, so I'd rather just dig one deeper and try and find land now. Cool. For what it's worth, this is kind of why I went to 27 lands. Honestly, I might pop back into 61 deck territory. What the fuck is this? Library, sure. If at least 3 Grey Man was spent to cast the spell, there's a battlefield. Oh. Incredibly awkward for you. Yeah, I think I just Grandfather Bolas. This isn't Grandfather Bolas. This is Dad Bolas.
The immortal Nicol Bolas will be your end.
And then, of course, God Pharaoh is Grandfather Bolas. This is Baby Bolas, and it turns into Big Bolas. 6, so you can play this or this. Play that, sure. It's going to die. All right, do this first. Dark Realm cloaked.
Let your weak minds
Let your weak minds crumble. Boop. It's not nice for a true god to be bullying giants like this, but it is what it is, baby. Yeah, I might make a Giants deck. It's not gonna be historic though. What do you get by being historic actually?
are never ending.
I legit have no idea. I mean, I can cast another thing. There's no reason for me to. So I'm just going to attack with my 1/1. Like, one reason to be historic is because the mana base is better. But, like... this ain't it, Chief. Nope. Nope. I know I could technically flip that, but I have literally no reason to. That is a yikes.
My intellect is without limit.
I might as well. I would say I feel like a bully, but I'm in the event. This is all I can do. There's not a best of 3 historic queue right now. Yep. And the thing is, right, it didn't take me, like, any time to get matched up. There is no real reason, besides corporate greed, for Wizards to be like, nah, we're gonna take this away. I mean, bye, bro. I don't understand why my opponent is still going on. I mean... at this point, it's land destruction. I assume we could get a mountain? I was right! Yeah!
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
M20. No, that's the most recent one. Yeah, I don't understand... like, why. I don't know, I guess I'll grab Chandra. Yeah, I'll just grab Chandra, whatever. It doesn't actually matter, like...
Get out of my way. I'm turning up here. Is it just me? Or is it getting a little warm in here?
Sure. Sure.
There are none greater than I.
I'm gonna come with his own giant.
Shall serve me.
I'm gonna come with his own giant. I want to do a lot more tier list videos. They're fun. One thing that's similar that I'm gonna do, as I already mentioned before, is the whole like mythic or never mind. I didn't tell you the name of what I was planning on naming it. I have something in mind, but where I talk about all of the mythics that have been printed and kind of go over what I think about them in terms of various categories. But also I kind of want to like rank set symbols and stuff like that, but no one cares about those things. Why does this keep happening? So fucking weird. Oh man, anyway, I was about to exit out of the game before I exit out of OBS. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Zayton, for the continued support. I almost fell out of my chair. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show so that I don't fall out of the chair in the future, or if I do, I can cover my hospital bills because I'm, you know, in the United States, feel free to join them by finding the link in the description below. Hope you've enjoyed this video, including the end where I nearly fell out of my chair. If you did, go ahead and tap that like button, add a subscription to Manipool, cast a comment in the comment section down below, pass the turn in the vid to some of your friends, and of course, until next time, all will be one.